Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do these books will self-destruct in 2024. So, I did do a list. Last year I did 12 books, which was really hard for me. I shouldn't have done that big of a list. I did DNF 6 of those books, and then I read 4 of them, but unhauled one of them afterwards. So, and then 2 of them I did put back on my shelf. They're ones I did try in try chapters and looked at them again and go, I do want to read these, but just not this right now. So, you know, that didn't really work out. So, but half of them right away, I DNF'd. I mean, I read a little bit of them and then DNF'd. I want this to be kind of one of those things where I go through some of the books that I've had on my shelf for quite a while that I just haven't picked up, and I want to just see if I even like them before I buy more books in a series, or I want to get through them. I think that's it. And they're all pretty chunky. I don't know what I was thinking, but they're all books that I would like to try. So I picked out 6 new ones. So if I do get these done before the end of the year, I will do another list of 6 and maybe just continue the cycle. I'm hoping it won't take me all year to get through these, because I'm hoping to get to a lot of these, you know, in the next few months, but you know, we'll see how that goes. So I have 4 historical books, which historical fiction. I have so much historical fiction. So a lot of the list from last year was also historical fiction, because I was trying to get through some books that I've had on my shelf for a long time. I've collected a lot of historical fiction, and I do like it, but I don't think I like it as much as I used to, or want to read that much of it. So I don't need to have as big a collection as I have. So I'm trying to pull books off that I definitely want to get to and try, that are higher priorities than the rest of them, but also ones that I've left on my shelf for years. So that's kind of what we're going to do. So again, if I get to the end of 2024 and haven't read these, then I will either make a decision if they do go back on my shelf or I unhaul them. I would like to say I'm going to unhaul them, but clearly this year that didn't work out, because I really do still want to read those other 2 books just when I'm in a better mood for them. So we'll see. So we're going to do these 6 and see how long. Hopefully I'll get it done. They'll get done earlier, and then I can pick another 6, because I have tons. My list was just huge of ones I'd like to put on this list to make myself try and decide if I want to keep it or not. So, let's just go through these. I have the Bone Clocks by David Mitchell. Again, I've read most of Cloud Atlas. I don't even know if I ever finished that, but I did read a lot of it, and I've read, one of his other books many, many years ago. I read those both long time ago. What was the other one? Ghost Written. So, but the Bone Clocks and Slade House, I think, are lightly connected or something, or I was told to read this one before I read Slade House. I'm not sure how that goes, but I do. So I want to try to read this one because I want to get to Slade House. Does that make sense? Anyway, so all I know about this one is a girl is a runaway, and then she gets involved in some weird things. Anyway, I don't know beyond that. It says it starts in 1984. So I don't know how much of this is historical or what, but I mean, that's far enough back. I don't want to say it's historical because I was already a certain age by that time, but this is one of those books that's been on my shelf for years that I would like to read. Another one, I had an old copy that fell apart through my travels, and I had tried to read it years ago, and it might be when the mini-series first came out. I tried to read it, and then I didn't have time at the time, and so I got rid of that copy and got this one from a library book sale, and that is The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. So I've always wondering the Kingsbridge series. Now it keeps expanding, but I still want to read the first book about talking about them building a cathedral, and again the people who live in that area and around there. I just want to try this again. I think now that it's many years later, again, I don't remember what I read, and I'd really like to try again. So I'm going to put this on here. I know it's another chunky book. Let's see here. This one is, over 950 pages. This one was 624 pages. So this is a mammoth. So this could be my mammoth, March of the Mammoths read. We'll see. Another historical fiction I want to read is The Last Hours by Minette Walters. So I think this is just a duology, but it's so it's 1348. The Black Death, spreads throughout the countryside, and this is talking about one manor where I think the Lady Anne, who is in charge, I think she tries to help the people around her and during this time period. And that's about all I know. But I've had this on my shelf for years. I picked this up early in my booktube career because I bought it, you know, from Book Depository back in the day. This came out 2017. So yeah, that'd be right around the time that I joined booktube. So I probably picked it up that year or the year after. This one, as I said, I think it's a duology, but I'll have to check into that. This one is 550 pages. So another big one. And I'd like to get to The Devil and the Dark Water by Stuart Turton because I really enjoyed The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I meant to read this years ago and then I just haven't got to it. So I do want to get to this. So, because I know he has a new book coming out this year. So I want to see if I want to buy that one or wait on that one. But this one takes place in 1634. And some man who is supposed to be the greatest detective is being transported to Amsterdam to be executed from some crime that he may or may not have committed. And then something happens on the ship while they're on their way. I don't remember where they're coming from. Anyway, I've heard really good things about this. I've been wanting to get to this forever. It feels like this one is just under 500 pages. So it's like 480 something. So I would like to get to that one. I don't think that's the shortest of them, but no, I think that is the shortest of the books. Yeah. Sorry. And then I have one weird fiction one that I wanted to get to, and that is The Vor by B. Catling. So I think this is a trilogy. And all I remember is about this woods called The Vor that is like a sentient and magical forest, a place of demons and angels. And I think someone has to go in there for some reason. That's about all I know. I've had this book forever. 2017 probably. So this is one of those oldest books that I've had on my shelf that I've been meaning to read. I look at it all the time. I have it sitting out on my to reread. Isn't that cool, those end pages? Anyway, it just sounds really cool. So, and sounds weird. And if I like it, I'll get the other books in the series. I have not bought on any of these series, other ones that have series. So I'd really like to try that one. And then the last one is one I'm really hoping I'm going to get to sooner rather than later, which is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. This one, I have read part of it back in, I don't know. It was early. So this came out in 2005. I think it was like 2007 or 8. I read a good chunk of this before I read Mistborn. Or maybe when I read Mistborn, then I went back to try to read this one. And then I couldn't just because it didn't, I didn't click with it. But I want to give it another chance. It's now been over 10 years. I figure my tastes have changed and maybe I will be more amped to pick this up. But I'm also trying to read the Cosmere books, and Elantris is his first published novel. So I do want to read this because it is connected. So we'll see on that. Sorry, my throat's going dry. Anyway, so those are the 6, that are going to be my books to self-destruct. I'm hoping to get them done before the year is out. Hopefully I'll get it done earlier than that, but so I can do another list. But these are the books that I would like to try. They're all huge. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I also know that they're all on my shelf and I just have not picked them up. And I want to try all of them. I bought them all for reasons to read them, and I have not bought them. And again, I'm doing the read what you own, so I'm trying to put things in that I have on my shelf. And most of these are from quite a while ago. So let me know if any of these you think I should definitely pick up sooner rather than later. Which ones I should focus on. Should I make Pillars of the Earth one of my mammoths for March of the Mammoths? I'm not sure. Kind of scares me, but we'll see. So let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.